Senator Eric Schmitt. Senator, let you weigh in on this latest round from the nation's Ivy Leaguers. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, the chickens are coming home to roost here now, right? Because these radical leftists have indoctrinated students. These are not just college electives anymore. To your point in your monologue, this is in K through 12. This is in all the trainings now for teachers and staff. This divisive DEI agenda, this critical race theory, which essentially is cultural Marxism, which teaches them to view everybody in the classroom as oppressor versus oppressed. It teaches kids to view every scenario oppressor versus oppressed. They push privilege walks. They push the oppression matrix. They push the gender unicorn. I mean, this stuff is nuts, Eric. And you now see the full gamut of this, right? It is playing out on these college campuses. The sad thing is that a lot of the woke faculty and staff and professors and presidents of these elite, so-called elite universities are on the same team. And so now you saw at Northwestern today, they're actually negotiating for more Palestinian scholarships and visiting professorships of Palestinian teachers. I mean, this is totally crazy. And it goes to show you, I think, the upside down nature of Joe Biden's America, where the people who play by the rules, who work hard, they're punished. But the people who do wrong and believe in wiping Israel off the map are rewarded. And by the way, some of these folks are going to have their student loans forgiven by a lawless president, too. It's totally crazy.
That's amazing. That's a great point. And we did see Jamal Bowman, one of the Democrat Congress people, suggest maybe bringing some Palestinians here to America, adding more illegals into an already overblown illegal problem we have here. And the Biden administration now talking about their solution to this might be doing something similar to that. Your thoughts?
Well, tucked away in this terrible foreign aid bill that was passed, I voted against last week. Tucked away in that was $3.6 billion to supercharge mass illegal immigration from the Middle East. We're now dealing with a Democrat Party that is captured by the radical left. Their pro-Hamas wing is growing. They believe in open borders, and that's a terrible recipe, Eric. When you actually hold on to this belief that America's fundamentally wrong, it's evil, you push DEI to the youth, and then you have an open borders, a policy that they have right now where there are millions of people here from countries we have no idea where they're from. We have no idea what their intentions are. They're just coming across a wide open border. This is a terrible scenario for the United States of America, but there is an opportunity in November to reverse the tide here.
So before we get to that, we'll get to that in a second, but let's unpack that a little bit, Senator, shall we? So the Biden administration, we already know, is in favor of allowing illegals to come across the border. They've done nothing about the 6, 8, 9 million that have done it so far. We're sending financial aid to the Gaza. I'm not calling it Palestine because it's not. It's Gaza, to Gaza. Now, Senator, tell the folks, you and I both know this, tell the folks, the people in Gaza have elected Hamas as their representatives, as their leadership, as their voice. So they support Hamas, the terror organization that killed so many Israelis. So bringing some of these same people who voted for Hamas to be their representatives, bring them to the United States. What, we don't have enough bad guys coming through our southern border? Now the Biden administration has to fly some in from the Middle East where we know they support terrorism because they do by nature.
Yeah, what you need to know about the scenario, Eric, is that the reason why Joe Biden's pivoting away from one of our best allies in the world, Israel, the reason why Joe Biden has called for and Chuck Schumer have called for new elections in Israel, which is unheard of with Benjamin Netanyahu, the reason why they won't condemn this stuff, the reason why they won't prosecute these people is they are terrified about what's coming in November because they have a growing wing of the pro-Hamas folks in the Democrat Party. They're trying to hold it all together in places like Michigan, but the truth is they've lost all the working class folks in Michigan. That's why Joe Biden's going to lose Michigan. But they're terrified of this. They've created a monster here, and they have no idea how to tame it, as opposed to standing up there saying what you're doing is wrong. We don't support this kind of activity. They're trying to placate these folks, and it's going to blow up in their face.
So they're trying to do a Simone Biles, do the balance beam, which is only about that wide, because on one hand, the Biden administration, Joe Biden's trying to get reelected. He can't support Israel too much because he gets people ticked off on the pro-Hamas wing, and he can't support pro-Hamas too much because Israel, his Jewish vote, he's going to lose. They really did paint themselves into the corner here. I guess it's our job as conservatives who are sick and tired of Biden, Obama, the whole administration to keep highlighting the fact that they can't have it both ways. Senator?
That's right. And I think that we have to understand, Eric, that this is a long-term play for them. The reason why they believe in mass migration, resettlement, and open borders is because you don't actually have to be a citizen to be counted in the census. It's a 2030 play for them for reapportionment. The same reason why they're trying to undermine fundamental things that we believe in this country, because it's cultural Marxism. They're playing the long game. So I think as conservatives, we have to recognize that and make sure we call it out, and also rely on the wisdom of the American people. They see what's happening right now. I think that a lot of voters are waking up to what the real agenda is, how bad it's been under Joe Biden, and we've got a real opportunity in November. But we got to be vigilant. We got to keep pointing this stuff out. There's a reason why these same folks that protest at these Black Lives Matter riots, the same people who are doing this kind of stuff. It's the same ideology. They want to churn this discontent, this discord, to divide America. And I think we got to stand up and say, America is fundamentally a great place where people have opportunity, and we're not going to let you destroy it like they're doing right now.
You know, it just strikes me as if there was a country, if there was a region in the world where they were executing gay people, just work with me for a second, executing gay people, there would be protests on campuses saying we need to support those gay people in those areas. Meanwhile, what the hell do they think Hamas would do to all the gay, bi, LGBTQ people that present themselves as gay in the Gaza Strip? What would happen to them?
Yeah, look, they would beat a terrible death because Hamas is a terrorist organization that wants to wipe out not only gays or lesbians, but also Christians and Jews. I mean, it's a very intolerant worldview, but somehow they're defending this stuff. And by the way, they don't have much to say about China, where they have genocide right now happening. But again, they've picked this battle because they have decided that the Jews in Israel are the oppressor and the folks in Gaza are the oppressed. It's a very simplistic worldview that they've been spoon-fed now by these elitists. And again, it's all coming back, and we're seeing it play out in real time. And I think it's a unique opportunity for us to stand up and say this is the wrong way. We've got to get back on track. We've got to start defending Western civilization, which is really what they're attacking.
Great point. Senator Eric Schmitt, really good having you on. We'll get you back again soon. Thank you.